Hey, welcome back to another RC Works video. Today we're going to be talking about compression fittings, commonly called Ford fittings. Why? Because I think that Ford was one of the biggest manufacturers back in the day. What we have is AY McDonald fittings, and so we did a previous video on how to do these connections using poly pipe, using barbed fittings. Now we've had some people commenting, well, why didn't you use Ford fittings? Well, barbed fittings are literally extremely cheap. I mean, this is just a couple dollars, maybe $5-6, and these are easily $60, $70, $80, $90. So when you're not doing a long run, or you're not overly concerned about just the minor friction loss, if you're not using a lot of these, it's a good economical way to go. But if you're working on a municipal project, doing some commercial work, or you just want to maximize the efficiency in your system, or in the instance, like I mentioned, you're traveling a long distance, then using these is going to minimize the friction loss on the system. So just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So this one here, this is a coupling. So you would use this to go from poly pipe to poly pipe. This one here is a poly by female. So you're going to have female threads on this side and your poly is going to go in this side. And then this one, of course, is a male. So it makes your transitions easy as you transition to different types of pipe. So we'll just show you real quick how these go together. It's very simple. All right, so when it comes to this, you always want to use these inserts. These are reinforcing inserts, and they help to prevent the pipe from collapsing. This is really heavy, 220-pound poly, so I mean, it's not generally gonna collapse. You're not gonna run into problems, but it's always just best practice to use these. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like them or don't use them, but the reality is it's a better way to go. So these just go inside the pipe here, and I have pre-beveled this. I just took my razor knife and pre-beveled it. So these just insert into here, and then I'm just gonna use a mallet to tap it all the way in, just like so. And so the idea is you have one of these on either end of your pipe, and then you take and insert the pipe all the way in, and you might be able to see it. It's probably a little dark. You're shooting for getting right about the middle here. So what's going to happen inside is these two are going to basically come together, and so it's going to really help to minimize the friction, as opposed to just, you know, the kind of the lip that you're going to have here. It's going to smooth it out because these are kind of beveled like that. So further improvement on friction loss, and also what it's going to do is help that crush, or help it have more support from crushing. So this would be inserted into here in this instance. So once you've got the pipe inserted, then you would tighten this down, preferably with like a pipe wrench. You would tighten this down quite tight, and there's a gasket inside of these that you'll be able to see right here that compresses against this copper or this bronze, and kind of squeezes down on the pipe. And then to further hold the pipe in place, you would screw this down all the way, just like that. Obviously tight though, and there's threads cut into this which are going to actually grab onto that pipe and keep it from being able to pull out. So these are an extremely good option, probably the best option for connecting poly pipe, but they're not the most economical. So hopefully you learned something in that video. We do have these items available on rcworks.com, as well as these barbed fittings. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.